If you ever bathe in a river in India and feel something touch your leg underwater, don't panic, because by then, it's already too late. In 1994, a short article appeared in a local Indian magazine. No flashy headline, no photographs, just words. And those words terrified an entire state. The editor's name was Uma. What she wrote wasn't a ghost story, it wasn't folklore, it was a pattern hidden beneath moving water. In the southern Indian state of Tamil Nadu, deep in the mountains, flows the Bhavani River. For most of the year it looks peaceful. Clear water, smooth rocks, dense green forest closing in from both sides. On its banks stands an ancient temple. For 7 to 8 months every year, the river is full. And when the river is full, the festivals begin. Hundreds of families arrive, children, teenagers, elders. They pray, they laugh. And then, like tradition demands, they bathe in the river. Most of them cannot swim, and yet they step in anyway. And sometimes, someone doesn't come back out. No scream, no splashing, just one less head above the water. The river keeps moving. Drownings weren't rare here. The riverbed is sharp, the rocks shift. There are sudden drops where the ground simply vanishes. The police knew this. Locals accepted it. So when bodies were found, one word was written: accident. And the file was closed. But accidents don't repeat themselves neatly. Here they did. Year after year, festival after festival. Always the same stretch of river. Always the same time of day. And almost always, teenagers, 14, 16, 19, strong enough to struggle, young enough to panic, gone within minutes. For nearly 7 years. In 1994, the investigative journalist Uma asked a question no one else had asked. What if the river isn't the problem? She read reports, she spoke to shopkeepers, she listened to fishermen who knew the water by sound, and slowly, one detail surfaced again and again: a family. There was only one village near the temple, and in that village lived 5 men from the same family. 4 were young, strong swimmers. 1 was older, around 50, quiet, patient. People trusted him near the river. When someone went missing, they called him. Uma gave him a name, not his real one. She called him the Architect. Festival mornings began early. Families arrived before sunrise. That's when the Architect watched. He didn't rush, he didn't stare. He looked for well-dressed families, gold jewelry, and most importantly, a teenage son. Once chosen, the Architect gave a signal. The others took positions. 1 on the opposite bank, 1 near the rocks, 1 blending into the crowd. And then, they waited. Teenagers stayed longer in the river. They splashed, they laughed. That's when the signal came. A man on the far bank slipped silently into the water. No splashing, no panic. He swam underwater. Locals would later say these men had inhuman breath control. The swimmer reached the boy. From below, a sudden grip on the leg. Not violent, not frantic, just enough. The river did the rest. Within minutes, the body went still. The killer dragged the body beneath the surface, between rocks, under shadows. He wedged the corpse beneath a stone, then placed a larger rock on top. To anyone above water, nothing looked disturbed. Below it, something waited. The man surfaced calmly, walked out, blended back into the crowd. Another accident completed. By evening, the crowd left. One family stayed. The boy is gone. They scream his name until their throats bleed. They search until the darkness of the forest wraps around them. This is when the architect makes his move. He approaches the weeping parents. He acts like a concerned elder. "The river is dangerous," he says softly. "The vortexes are deep. Your son is trapped." The parents fall to their knees. They beg him. "Help us. Please, just find him." The architect plays his part perfectly. He refuses. He says it's too dangerous at night. He lets them beg. He lets them offer everything they have. Finally, he agrees, for a price. A massive fee to risk his family's lives to retrieve the body. They wait through the agonizing night. At dawn, the killers return. They put on a show. They dive. They fake a search. Then they go to the exact spot where they murdered the child. They pull the body up. They hand the cold, blue corpse to the mother, and they take the money. For 7 years, it worked perfectly. Then, the architect died. The remaining men tried to continue, but without him, they made a mistake. They chose the wrong target, a 20-year-old bodybuilder. The killer swam under. He grabbed the ankle, but the prey didn't yield. The bodybuilder twisted. He kicked with the force of a piston. He shattered the killer's grip. He burst to the surface, gasping, screaming, pointing at the water. The truth reached the police. Whispers spread. Investigations began. Then suddenly, everything stopped. The authorities realized what this story would do. It would destroy tourism. It would shame the police force who had ruled these deaths as accidental for a decade. No arrests were made. No records remain. The killers walked into the shadows of history. Even today, police deny any foul play. Only Uma's article exists, and the river still flows.